as of right now, there is no better time to buy a new MacBook Pro, and at the end of this video, you're gonna know exactly why. What's going on, guys? My name is Zak Kincaid, and today we're going to talk about why I believe that yes, even with the M2 Pro and M2 Max on the horizon, you should go ahead and buy an M1 Pro or M1 Max machine instead. Now, Apple does have a lot of variation in their lineup, so for this video, if I say M1 or M2 MacBook Pro, I'm strictly talking about the 14 or 16-inch models, not the 13-inch, because I don't believe the 13-inch is a good value buy anymore. So yes, the M2 MacBook Pros were originally rumored to come out this month, but as we've seen lately, they've more than likely been delayed until next year. Now, to understand my whole reasoning on this, we need to look at the M1 and M2 comparison we already have, which is the M1 and M2 MacBook Air. Now, with the MacBook Air, the M2 chip is more powerful, but the power increase that most users are seeing in most benchmarks is around 20%, which is no slump of an increase. But using those numbers, we can go ahead and determine that the M2 MacBook Pros are going to perform similarly around 20 to 25% better. If we look at Apple's lineup, the base model 14-inch M1 Pro comes with a binned chip. Now, what that means is some of the cores are inactive because when you're making these chips, it's very hard to get a 100% success rate. You just turn off some of the cores that aren't working well. It's just a manufacturing process that most companies go through. But just know that that M1 chip is binned and you don't see the full power of M1 Pro until you upgrade to the non-binned chip, which as Apple packages it, is at $24.99 with the M1 Pro non-binned and a terabyte of storage. Now, why is that important? Well, when you look at from the M1 binned to the M1 non-binned, that is a 25% increase in usable cores, which in most benchmarks have given you anywhere between 20 and 30% performance increase. This is where things get very interesting. If the new 14-inch M2 MacBook Pro base model follows the same pattern that we've seen with the M1, and we see the same performance increase from the M1 to M2 as we do with the MacBook Air, then we can expect that base model M2 to have a binned chip with about 20 to 25% performance gain over the M1 binned chip. You could actually go ahead and get a non-binned M1 MacBook Pro that's going to have 25 to 30% performance gain and have more storage. And the kicker is you can actually find a brand new M1 14-inch non-binned with a terabyte of storage for less than the base model is listed on Apple's website. And to put my money where my mouth is, that's actually what I did a week ago. I bought a non-binned 14-inch with a terabyte of storage from Best Buy, and I actually got an open box that was brand new. Someone had just opened it, didn't like it, returned it immediately. No scratches, all of the paperwork and everything. I got this for $1,800 post-tax. I have a link in the description if you want to pick one of these up for yourself on Amazon. I'm going to try to update it with the best price I can find, but I would highly recommend if you've been waiting to get that M2 MacBook Pro and you're thinking about staying with the base model, you might as well just go ahead and get the M1 non-binned chip. If you're waiting for the M2 Max, you could actually just go ahead and buy an M1 Max that is slightly upgraded from what you were going to buy as an M2. You're going to get very similar, if not more performance for less money. The only time this doesn't work is if you're planning on buying a fully spec'd out M2 Max, because the fully spec'd out M1 Max obviously is going to not perform as well as the M2 Max. But if you're doing an M2 Max that is binned, which they do sell, you could do a fully spec'd out M1 Max for more than likely less money with the same performance. So that's going to be it for this one, guys. I hope it gives you just a little bit of something to think about. And if you're needing a laptop, there is no better time to buy than now. You don't really want to wait for things to come out, especially if these are items you need to work. Anyways, that's going to be it for this one. If you've enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave it a like, subscribe to see more videos like this, and leave a comment down below if you have any questions. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.